Good afternoon, everyone. Sheila here in Boho Daydreams, and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone had a good week. It's Friday, my favorite day of the week. I just love it, and it's been a good day. Really, really good day. Most of my packages are out. The wait list for the Poe and the medieval package, I'm working on those. And if there are any left over after I get through my wait list, I will put them out here in a video. Some of you have asked before if I would do a video where I'm facing the camera. And I did one of those a couple of years ago, and that was really hard because I'm very shy. I'm introverted. I'm a bit better now than I was, a couple of years ago. But until I do that, until I make a video sitting in front of the camera, I'm just going to show you a little picture of what I actually look like. So this is me. This is what I look like according to my granddaughter Charlotte. And this is take 2 because as I was showing this in the previous take, I had messages that came flashing up. Oh my goodness. So Charlotte drew that on her mom's hand and said, "This is Grandma Sheila." And I can't argue with her. That looks exactly like me. So I'm just going to pop up some information. Whoops. Sheila Gingerich, scoghill4@gmail.com, and Facebook group Boho Daydreams. And that's how you can get a hold of me. If you're interested in anything that I'm going to show you today, and it's all very limited because I can only make so many packages at one time, get a hold of me. And what I will need if you're inquiring is where you live, because I can give you the best quote that way. So this is how you're going to reach me, and I'm going to put that into the description box. Okay, I'm back. I noticed that everything had shifted over when I was showing you that wonderful, wonderful photograph of Grandma Sheila. And the next photo that I was sent then was Charlotte with a completely blue mouth as one of the gel pens. She must have put it in her mouth, might have been biting on it, exploded in her mouth. And it was all purple and blue. Oh my goodness, it was so cute. Anyway, so first I'm just going to let you know that I did have some time on my hands at night, and I put together some bead strands. And these bead strands have anywhere from 40 to 40 plus beads on them. And they're in a rainbow of color. And that's the way I put them together. They could never be just one color because that would deplete one color. So they have to be multiple different colors. Also available, and I was doing these in the evening, and they take me a bit of time, so I don't get to put together many of them. And if anybody is still waiting for their dangles, their bead dangles, it's just because I haven't gotten selected those colors yet. These ones were what I had out because I'm working with these colors. So there is this package. This will go with the Seaside, and kind of it's all a little bit of seafoam to tealy type blues. There's that one. There's also this one. This one is in the greens. So pretty. And then there is a light blue package. And some of these packages can be duplicated if I can find the beads. So pretty. And there's 10 dangles in each package. And then I also put together, and I have several requests for these, but I also put them together with the same beads, and they turned out beautifully. Some stick pins. the stick pins with these beads. Isn't that pretty? And I use the princess type of I call them collars, but they're rondelles. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love the stick pins. I think they're so pretty. I'm going to use them more often in my packages. Look at that. Aren't those beads pretty? I love it. I love them. All right, so that's that. That takes care of the beads that I want to show you. Okay, so first, there's some velvet packages that are available, and I only made a few of each because I can only make a few of each because I like the quality control that I have when I just make a couple. So this one here is the English Garden, and it's one of those weird packages that everything dyes a little bit differently. And it is so soft. It's kind of like a sand pink. So pretty, pretty. And each one has the seam binding, the silk ribbon, and then it has the silk velvet, and it'll have a piece of something that's sparkly or dyed there. And then there is the accompanying lace package, the lace textile package. And it has all sorts of bits and pieces in it. And I'll just kind of show you like this. There's a bit of flowers, and I added a piece of trim because it kind of goes very nicely with it. Some vintage trim, all sorts of laces, and these all dye differently too, according to their fiber content. And I can have two cottons, and I stick them in the dye bath, and they can both come out differently. So it's a beautiful, beautiful package. It's got the varying colors. I love it. It's very, very pretty. And there are just a few of these. Back. So there's that. Then there is the purple. And I think I have only a couple of these. And so they're the same, but they have a piece of iridescent trim with the velvet and the silk tie and the seam binding, all the same. And then this is the purple package, has the vintage trim, and then all sorts of different laces. And I wanted to pick this one apart because I personally don't like the ruffled laces. So I always pick them apart. I just didn't have time this time. So if you like them ruffled, then they're ruffled. If you want to pick them apart, that's good. That's what I would do. All sorts. And this, oh, this is so pretty. Look at that. It's very gauzy. I think this came from a little girl's dress. Each package has a little piece of that. Let's see here. This even caught some dye this time. And then there is. This is really, really light lavender. And then there is a pleated piece. And this was also ruffled. And I was going to take that apart. And I thought, well, then all the ruffles will fall apart, so I better not do that. I better leave it alone. So there's just a whole bunch of different pieces in this. And it has a piece of gold in it, and then it also has the stick pin. Whoops, I'm out. Stick pin and the flower. So I think I'm almost done with the flowers. I think they're almost all gone. Oh, and then there's this one, and I just did this one up last night. This package is actually sold, but I have a couple more like this. So you've got the dangles and the silk. This is the Seaside package, and it's looking a little bit more blue than what it is. It reminds me of the color of the Caribbean waters in Florida and Cuba. That's what it reminds me of. It's so pretty Pretty, pretty, pretty. And then here is the lace package. Has the vintage trim. And the laces that I actually used in here, oops, are very light. Reminds me of the seaside. Very, very, very light, like these types. Lots of that. And these laces are anywhere from vintage to new. I never go into shops to buy laces, but if I find them in a thrift store, if I find them in a package online, because I find some of these things on eBay, I use them. If they're pretty, they're going to get used. Oh, I love this one too. This one's so pretty. So, so soft. And here's another piece of this. I dyed it and took the color pretty well. Sometimes I have to soak them. And then there's that. Have to soak them up good. All right, so what else do I have here? Oh, yes. I have a couple of the Thanksgiving packages and a couple of just the jeweled packages. And I'm just going to do a quick flip through like this. I don't want to take it apart because then I have a hard time getting them back together on camera. So I have only a couple of these. It's so pretty. I'll be so sad when that's all gone. And this is a new piece. Wasn't in the last package. I had to revise them a bit, but this is so pretty. And that is more of a salmon color. It's looking a little bit like an orange, but it's not. That's salmon. And these packages are a little bit different, and I can't remember which pieces I needed to swap out, but I know that there are a few that had to get swapped. Can't remember what though. This here is also a piece that I had to add. That's really pretty. This wasn't in the original package, and this is a deep salmon. It's not orange or red like it's showing. A little bit of that, and then some greens, and then that. So that's the Thanksgiving package, and there's only a couple of those, and then they're done. I need to get my textile packages started. I have you crafters waiting. So this is the Bling package. And it's a little bit different, but it's got lots and lots and lots of beautiful blingy pieces in here. And I made a few oops, that's backwards. I made a few extra of those because those can be duplicated because at this time I do have a lot of the gold pieces left. Anyway, that's it. I hope that you all have a good weekend. And oh, here's my information again. Sheila Gingerich, scoghill4@gmail.com. And Facebook group is Boho Daydreams. And I'm going to link all of that in the description box. Also, just a quick message that I do ship worldwide because sometimes I get asked, do I? Yes, I do. But there are a few places right now that I cannot ship to. One being Australia. Your shipping is not open yet for us to send. So all my little Australian packages that I have sitting here waiting to ship, I will be holding on to them until I am otherwise notified. Anyway, have a great weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.